Title: My fiancée left me the day after I lost my leg in an accident. She said, "I didn't sign up for this." I worked through the pain, built a sports foundation for amputees, and became a marathon champion. Then she sent me a friend's request. The message arrived at 2:14 a.m., a friend request, her face softly smiling, like she'd never carved me open and walked away while I bled. I stared at it longer than I should have. My pulse didn't jump, my jaw didn't tighten. What surprised me most was the silence inside my chest, the kind you only earn after surviving a storm, crawling out alone and rebuilding your life from the rubble she left behind. She must have thought time softened me. She never understood that pain doesn't soften, it sharpens. I accepted the request. Then I sent one line. "You said you didn't sign up, so don't." Her apology came 3 minutes later. And that was when everything, the past, the cut, the promise, began to click into place. We used to plan wedding colors on the floor of our first apartment, our legs tangled, her head on my chest. I believed her when she said love meant staying through anything. And I believed her again the day before the accident when she kissed my forehead before my final training run and whispered, "You're unstoppable." Funny word, unstoppable, a testable one. When I woke in the hospital, my body lighter by one leg, she came in smelling of the same perfume she wore on our first date. She sat beside the bed, didn't touch me, didn't look me in the eyes long enough to see that I was still there. "I didn't sign up for this," she said. Not cruel, not emotional, just done. She left before the anesthesia fully wore off. It's incredible how fast love evaporates when it's inconvenient. It seeped in like slow poison, through the missed calls, the returned ring, the silence from the woman who'd once sworn she'd die for me. But betrayal has a funny way of revealing things. The night I discovered the truth, I wasn't looking for it. I was just trying not to think. Her sister reached out, drunk, careless. Look, she was scared, and she was with someone while you were in surgery. You deserved better. I sat with that. The betrayal wasn't abandonment, it was replacement. The pain inside me didn't explode. It crystallized, hardened into something cold, organized, precise. Revenge wasn't something I screamed for, it was something I planned for 2 years. That's how long it took to rebuild myself. Physical therapy, sweat that tasted like iron, nights where phantom pain felt more real than my own heartbeat. I studied biomechanics, built a foundation for amputee athletes, used my story to secure sponsorships. I ran my first marathon on a carbon fiber blade, the crowd roaring like I'd risen from the dead. I didn't chase glory, I manufactured it. Every interview, every speaking event, every photo of me crossing a finish line, those weren't accidents. They were chess pieces, moves on a board she didn't know we were still playing on. And when my foundation gained national attention, when my story hit newspapers, when her friends reposted my accomplishments, she reappeared. Of course she did. People like her always come back when the spotlight is warm enough. I'm proud of you. I've been following everything you've built. I'm sorry, I was overwhelmed back then. Can we talk? She apologized like someone remembering an old dent in a car she once owned. I could have ignored her, could have deleted her, but I wanted her to drown in the contrast between who I was and who she walked away from. So I replied, "We can talk. Come by the foundation tomorrow." She arrived wearing the same perfume, like she wanted to weaponize nostalgia. The athletes were training behind me, their laughter echoing off the walls. The place felt alive, triumphant. She looked smaller than I remembered, or maybe I was simply larger than she ever anticipated. "I didn't know you'd," she gestured around, "all this." "You didn't stay long enough to find out." Her eyes watered, practiced, precise. She tried to touch my arm, but I stepped back, deliberately. "I made a mistake," she whispered. "I got scared. I didn't know how to handle it." "You didn't try." "I know, I know." Her breath trembled, dramatic. "But I want to make things right." I laughed, quiet, controlled. It cut through her like a scalpel. "Make things right?" I repeated. "You left me the day after I lost a part of my body. You replaced me before the anesthesia wore off." She paled. "Who told you?" "Enough people." She opened her mouth, but I lifted a hand. "No more apologies. They're not for me. They're for your guilt." Her lips shook. "What do you want from me?" "Nothing," I said. "But I wanted this." I stepped aside, letting her look through the glass wall at the training center, at the smiling kids, the athletes sprinting on prosthetics, the banners with my face, the empire built from the ruins she left. "You didn't break me," I said. "You motivated me." She stared at everything I'd built, and I watched the realization sink in. She left the version of me that needed her. Now, I was someone she could never deserve. "I still love—" "No," I cut in. "You loved the easy version of me, the intact version, the one who made your life smooth. The moment love required work, you quit." Her breath hitched. I leaned in close, calm, surgical. "Here's your closure. You don't get a place in this version of my life. You forfeited it." Her tears were real this time. "Good. And the friend request?" she whispered. I smiled. "You said you didn't sign up, so don't." She left with her head down, swallowed by the sound of athletes training behind me. People who chose to stay, to fight, to rebuild. People unlike her. I turned back to the track, my steps steady, my pulse quiet. Revenge wasn't loud, it wasn't violent. It was becoming everything she walked away from, and letting her live with the fact that she'll never get it back.